distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and a very warm welcome to you to the Curry Life Chef Awards. I'm Sian Williams and I am honoured to be your host this evening to recognise such an important part of British industry and one that gives so much joy and pleasure to millions of people. But I think we ought to spare a thought for those people who are heading out for a good curry across the UK tonight, because all the best chefs in Britain are sitting in this room, so I think some of them may be a little disappointed. This evening is dedicated to you, who put so much hard work and innovation and creativity into your business. It recognises the chefs and also the restaurateurs and also, of course, the ambassadors and those that support a multi-billion-pound industry and one that employs thousands of jobs across the UK. So tonight we acknowledge that. Yes, let's acknowledge the importance of the industry. So this is Curry Life magazine's 4th annual awards ceremony. We're going to be recognising a record number of chefs tonight who've helped make the industry a success. And to explain why this event is so crucial to the business, let me welcome Saeed Belal Ahmed, the editor of Curry Life magazine, to the stage.
Welcome to Curry Life Chef Awards 2013. This is our 4th Curry Life Chef Awards, although as a magazine we are celebrating 10 years of success and existence. And we've been celebrating all year, and this is our finale celebrations with this annual Chef Awards. Some 10 years ago when we started the magazine, our main focus was to promote the chef, work with the chefs, because we thought they've been neglected in the industries because their full potential is not exploited. There are lots of extremely talented chefs around in these countries. Actually, they are the one who made this curry popular in the UK, and we thought they should be given the honor and they should be dragged out and promoted. And that's what we've been doing from very beginning, and that's where our focus has been. Over the years, we have sort of promoted hundreds of chefs and discovered many, many talents in United Kingdoms. And I'm really proud to say that after Curry Life started focusing on the chefs, our industry people now started to invest where they should be investing, really promoting the chefs, to develop their skills and enhance their skills so that they can get the best dish out for all the diners in these countries, which, multi-billion-pound industry. So Curry Life is the trendsetter for supporting the chef, and we are very proud of it. This year award ceremony, we are recognizing 44 best chefs in the country, International Curry Chef of the Year, and we are also giving someone honor for Jaguar Award of Excellence for recognizing an individual who has worked tirelessly to promote the industry. And as you know, our love affairs with the curries goes back very long, since the date of 1809, when the first Indian restaurant was opened. And now curry has become the most traded currencies in the culinary arena of Great Britain. The Curry Life magazine is very keen to help the curry industry expand by organizing events like this one tonight, and also the unique brand of British curry festivals in various countries. In February this year, in partnership with UK Trade and Investment, we have organized Taste of Britain Curry Festival, an ethnic food and drink show in Ljubljana, Slovenia, involving Austria, Bulgaria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Romania, Serbia, and Slovakia. Along with us, many famous UK curry industry brands from rice, spice to beer made their presence at the show. As a result of this, I am pleased to say that our export has grown to that region. Michelin star is considered to the industry as a pinnacle of achievement in the culinary world. But there are relatively few Indian restaurants currently holding the honor. In last April, Curry Life magazine organized an exclusive workshop where two highly acclaimed Michelin star chef, Atul Kuchar and Dominic Chapman, who are present here tonight, who shared their hints, tips, and techniques and innovative ideas. In addition, we had also Mo Geras, who has experience of managing many Michelin-starred restaurants, has given tips on how to manage front house of restaurants better and offered advice on how to achieve highest service standards. In last month, Taste of Britain Curry Festival was held in Calcutta, India, which received very positive responses from local diners and food critics. 6 chefs from different parts of the UK, including Michelin star chef Dominic Chapman, were involved in this great British food promotion. The festival attracted massive support, and we are particularly grateful for the support we received from the Prime Minister David Cameron and the Leader of the Opposition's Ed Miliband MP for our tireless work for promoting British curries home and abroad. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone in Curry Life magazine and Taste of Britain Curry Festival team for putting huge number of hours this year to make all our efforts successful. We are also grateful for the support from Madhus, who is our event caterer in the UK, also for tonight, Hyatt Regency Hotel in Kolkata, who has been our partner, Hotel Park Ljubljana, Air India, Indra Travels, and of course, our own favorite, Aerolex Travels, who has been partnered with us for last 10 years, which is also celebrating 20 years of success. I am also grateful to British Embassy in Ljubljana and British Deputy High Commission in Kolkata for supporting our events. My personal thanks also goes to Nawabuddin and his team in Janamot, Rita Payne, Chair of Commonwealth Journalist Associations, and for all our ventures, no matter what we do to support our curry industry, we always have one person and his team solidly behind us. That is Lord Karan Bilamoria, founder chairman of Cobra Beer. Samson Suhail from his team ensured our good work receives continued resources and support. And I tell you one thing, for this particular event, we travel all over the countries. I have clocked more than 5,000 miles on my car to reach out to all the restaurants to come and see what we do and also hear them out, what they're facing, how the business going. And it is, despite all the recessions and downturn, curry industry is not doing that badly. And because food is so popular and local people are really supporting their curry houses. And the one brand presence I always found is Cobra Beer. Curry and Cobra Beer goes hand in hand. And Karan, actually, while we were in Kolkata, he made sure at the British Curry Festival, the British brand of Cobra Beer is served, and he made that possible. We are also deeply grateful for the support we received throughout the year and throughout this year and last year from Jaguar, Cobra Beer, Pepsi, Shivas, Gold Star Chef, and Pasco. It's their contribution that allow us to do the things we do. One of the things we are most aware of making our partnership work, I can tell all our sponsors, that is work both sides. And I end my note with congratulating all the chefs and restaurateurs for their achievement. Thank you very much.
And as he said, curry and Cobra Beer seem to go together. So let's invite one of the biggest supporters of the curry industry and these awards to the stage, Karen Villamoria.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the warm welcome, and Sai, thank you for your very, very kind words, and to Pasha and to Curry Life for what you're doing. It's absolutely amazing. And the chefs, I'm in awe of chefs because it is one of the most difficult, challenging, skilled, and talented professions in the world. And so many of the best in the world are here in this room. I congratulate all the nominees and award winners this evening. I give talks around the country, and I will often start my talk by asking the audience here in Britain, wherever it is, anywhere in the country, how many of you eat curry, eat Indian food regularly? 90% of the hands go up. Then I also ask, how many of you know Cobra beer? And the same number of hands go up. And the reason for that is our success is purely down to the success of the curry restaurant industry, for which we'll always be very grateful. So I'd like to thank you for all your support always. The BCA are here as well, and Pasha, Mr. Rashid, the past president, thank you for all your support as well. But what comes to mind when I'm in a gathering like this with our industry is I always remember my father, my late father, General Villamoria, who, because well over 2/3 of the Indian restaurants are Bangladeshi owned and run, and my father fought in the liberation of Bangladesh. And he gave me a lot of advice when I started out in work in my early days, and the best advice I remember when I started, he was a general commanding a division in Kalimpong near Darjeeling. And I went to see him before I started to work with Ernst & Young here in London. And he said, "You want some advice about work? Come and see me in my office." So I got an appointment from his ADC, and I saw my father in his office, very big office, and I felt very small. And he gave me fantastic advice, and the best advice of all was this. He said, "Son, you're starting at the bottom. You're going to be given lots of jobs, lots of tasks. The first thing you're given a job, do it. The next thing is do that little bit extra that you were not asked to do." And that's the best advice I've ever been given, because he said, always take initiative, always be innovative, always be creative, and always go the extra mile. And what I've noticed about Curry Life is the way in which they always go the extra mile. Not only do they produce a great magazine that the whole industry benefits from, but this year they have held this festival in Calcutta. They've taken British curry back to India, and it was a huge success. And not only have they done that, Said mentioned they had this event which I attended with hundreds of chefs from around the country learning from Atul Kochhar, the first Indian chef to win a Michelin star, sharing his lessons, sharing his learnings, and from Dominic Chapman, one of the best Michelin-starred chefs in this country in the mainstream. Nothing to do with curry, but Dominic came in and shared his lessons and helped the industry to learn. And I think both those things show the way Curry Life has always gone the extra mile. Well, we've had 5 very tough years, really, really difficult years. And finally, the Chancellor says we're seeing green shoots. Well, I'd like to thank all our sponsors. With Jaguar Land Rover, I'm proud to drive a Jaguar. Wow, they're making more profits than they paid for the company. So they're an indicator that they're doing, the green shoots are definitely over here. And our industry is very well supported. I'm delighted Secretary of State Eric Pickles is with us this evening, a wonderful supporter of the Indian restaurant industry. So welcome to you, Secretary of State. What I do want to say is I want to leave you with one message. These green shoots may be there, but there are many, many uncertainties around us. Just look at Europe. Germany, Angela Merkel has won, but she has to form a coalition. What's going to happen in the Eurozone? The crisis is not over. We've had green shoots here, but suddenly the American debt crisis, and America's at a standstill. This happened 17 years ago. It took 3 weeks for the debt crisis to be resolved. Let's hope it doesn't take that long this time. And then we have all the problems in the Middle East and the Syria situation. I spoke in the Syria debate in the House of Lords, and we recalled a very rare occurrence in Parliament in August. 71 out of 75 peers who spoke in that debate, we said at that time, please don't intervene now. And thank God we didn't intervene at that time. But I believe that with all these uncertainties around us, there is only one way we can see them through. And this is the Archbishop of Canterbury came to speak to the Zoroastrian Parsi community recently. And he said, you know, Lord Bilimoria has used the word integrity in his speech twice. He said, do you know the meaning of the word integrity, where it comes from? He said it comes from the Latin word integrum, which means wholeness. He said it can only practice integrity if you're whole within yourself. If you have that confidence, then you can practice integrity. And I look back to when I've nearly lost our business 3 times, how we survived. I look back to how we formed our joint venture with Molson Coors and how now, 4 years later, we're in a very strong position and doing very well. And I look to our industry over here and I see how is it that we have survived these 5 years and are doing better and better in spite of the worst headwinds you can imagine. And I think to myself, we've been able to do this as a company, as an industry, through the integrity and the confidence. An industry that provides the most complicated exotic food in the world at the best value and the best quality. And with that integrity, we can face any crisis, any uncertainty. Thank you for your support. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I'd like to introduce you to another, the renowned economist and Labour peer, Lord Desai. Now, Lord Desai has flown halfway around the world to be here tonight because he arrived from Australia just this afternoon. You'll know him, of course. The renowned economist is Professor Emeritus at London School of Economics, began teaching there in 1965, has written many books on economics, but says his greatest achievement is a biography of the Indian film star Dilip Kumar. Please welcome Lord Desai.
I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you very much for having me. It's a very interesting observation that for 200 years, more or less, the British ruled India and didn't quite actually take back enough of those eating habits to transform British cooking. And then something happened, you know, way after India and Pakistan and later Bangladesh had been made independent. And suddenly curry exploded on the British eating scene. And you know, you always have to ask yourself why that was the case. When I came first in 1965, there were hardly any Indian restaurants. There were 1 or 2 very posh, sort of, you know, colonial joints where I once went and they said, but sir, you don't have a tie, so you can't come and eat curry here. So I thought, oh my God, you know, what is this? And you know, I think the secret is a combination of British licensing laws and the taste of hot curry. Because when pubs shut at 11 o'clock, as they used to once upon a time, and hungry young men and women wanted to eat, the only places open were the curry restaurants. Everybody else had shut. And they went in there and they got a lot of poppadoms and they got big, you know, sort of bits of Cobra beer, and they got their hot curry, Vindaloo, whatever it was. And it's amazing how much now, 40 years later, we are celebrating curry as a great British preparation, which is sort of something you don't get in India. You only get it in Britain. What's also interesting is that curry eating has penetrated the small towns and kind of, you know, suburbs all across the country. So that you hardly would find any place in the British Isles where you could not get a decent curry at night. They only eat curry at night. I don't know why they don't eat it at lunchtime, but that's another story. Anyway, it's very good to be here, and I'm always amused that when men cook, they're called chefs. When women cook, they're just called women. You know, women just cook, and men are chefs. Although I'm delighted to say that one of the prize-winning chefs is a woman. So what I would like to say to the curry industry is, Let's have more women chefs who win prizes. And I hope that we will have schools teaching people how to make these fantastic curries, so that next year or year after that, there'll be here maybe a Scouse lad or an Irishman or a Scotsman, you know, a white curry chef. So I look forward to a plethora of white curry chefs and many, many women who will compete and win prizes at the Curry Chef of the Year Award. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is known as a lover of curry, but also that point there that Lord Desai was making about broadening the appeal of the curry industry and bringing more people into it is something he's passionate about as well, because he wants to overcome staff shortages at curry houses and to train and support more young chefs, ensuring they have the right training and skills to go into the industry. So welcome on stage, please, the Secretary of State for Communities and Local Government, the Right Honourable Eric Pickles MP.
Well, I like curry. I like Cobra beer, so I think I'm here to represent the customer this evening. Just following on what was just said, in a way, the curry industry has grown out of being street food. Our traditional street food in this country was fish and chips, or it might be a pie and mash shop. But there was nowhere else to go. There was no way in which the fish and chip emporiums could sort of move into different lines. But the thing about curry is it started very much as a street food and then made its way to haute cuisine. And I think one of the reasons why it's worth about £3 billion a year to the economy is it's now become the Englishman's, the Scotsman's and Welshman's meal of choice. No family gathering will be complete without a visit to the local Indian restaurant or a takeaway. And I'm delighted to say that I've had the honour to hand out certificates, and I'm very pleased to say the very top winner, both in terms of in London, in the West, was a female chef, and I'm delighted to say that when I handed out similar certificates across in India in July, that there was a significant number of really good female chefs. And it's right. What I really want to do is to try and ensure that the very best curry in the world will be produced in Britain. And I see a time when somebody wanting to open up a very classy Indian restaurant in Connaught Square in New Delhi will say, unless they've been through the training program here, they can't be regarded as the very best. And what I want to see is people from different backgrounds to take up this fascinating and interesting cuisine and to export it around the world. It is a basic right of every Englishman to be able to enjoy their chicken tikka masala on a Sunday evening before getting ready to work for the rest of the week. So I'm delighted to be here. All power to the organisers, all power to the industry, and I have to say, as you can possibly guess, you've made me very happy over a number of years. Thank you very much.
I'd like to invite Tony Gibbons, the Director of Multiple On-Trade and Cobra Beer Partnership, and Chef Dominic Chapman from the Royal Oak Paley to join us on stage 2, because the ceremony, the award ceremony, is about to begin. So the first of more than 40 awards, if we could now welcome Kamnul Hassan Rachel and Anwar Hussain to the stage from the Royal Tandoori Restaurant in Corby in Northamptonshire. Well done and congratulations. Thank you very much. Our second award tonight goes to Chef Habibur Rahman Monaf, who's going to come to the stage with restaurant manager Simon Rahman from Dilba's Restaurant in Wigan in Lancashire. stage, we've got our third award tonight. Welcome the chairman of the NRB Bank in Bangladesh, Iqbal Ahmed Aviri. So our next award goes to Chef Mohammed Haq J from the Ruchi Real Indian Cuisine in Forest Row in East Sussex. Ladies and gentlemen, our next award goes to Chef Abdul Hussain and restaurant owner Mr. Ashkor Ali from the Mahan Bangladeshi and Indian Cuisine in Worthing in West Sussex. And if I could now award our next prize to Chef Anwar Udin, and he's going to come on stage with manager Anha Udin from Tandoori Nights in Hertfordshire. This next award goes to Chef Sharif Ahmed, and he's going to be joined by restaurant owners Mr. Kausar Chowdhury and Mr. Kamal Chowdhury from Raduni in South Shields. And at this stage of the proceedings, I'd like to welcome an MP on stage. This is the MP for Thurrock and Grays, Jackie Doyle Price, together with one of tonight's sponsors, Ili Jafar, who's Head of Brand Advocacy at Pernod Ricard. And they're going to help present the next award. Please welcome Chef Mokus Mir and restaurant owner Mr. Manik Mir from the Maharani restaurant in Ipswich. Jackie to stay on stage for the next one because we have an award for one of your constituents. Yes, excellent. Chef Koyaz Ahmed and the owner, Mr. Shamsul Hassan from the Spice Hut in Grays in Essex. Please welcome our next award winner of the night, Chef Abdul Qadir, together with restaurant owner Tarak Uddin from the Spice Rouge in Stevenage in Hertfordshire. So our next award tonight goes to Chef Farid Ahmed Saiful, who's going to be here with restaurant owner Mr. Chowdhury from the Third Place in Shrewsbury in Shropshire. And our next award goes to Chef Bosharath Mir, who's going to be here with restaurant owner and manager Mr. Akram Mir from Clove Indian Cuisine in Staffordshire. Our next award goes to a chef who loves to cook for members of the British government, and it's a favourite restaurant of Eric Pickles. Please welcome Chef Shazi Mir.
Brentwood.
And restaurant owner Mr. Rafik Khan from Chutney Joe in Brentwood, Essex.
Brentwood.
Let's invite Mary Cray, MP, the Shadow Secretary of State for Environment, Food and Agriculture, to join us on stage, along with Hans Rasha Ram, who's CEO of Gold Star Chefs, the recruitment specialist for Asian restaurants. Welcome. And as we heard a little earlier, the curry industry can be a male-dominated profession, but Curry Life magazine has discovered some incredible and very successful women working within it. So let's recognize one of those tonight, because our next award goes to someone who has fought very hard for that place. Please welcome Chef Ashafan Nesam Begum and her son, who's also a successful chef, Alam Shah Ullah of Cutler Spice in Sheffield. Our next award winner is Chef Abdus Shahid, accompanying him tonight, Mr. Tapan Alam from Valley Connection in Bury St Edmunds. Please welcome to the stage Chef Shahil Mala and the owner of Red Chili 2, Mr. Abdul Salam from Wakefield. For our next award tonight, please welcome another exceptional chef to the stage, Chef Kamral Islam, and the owner of Blue Chutney, Mr. Saiful Alam from Wickford. Now, our next chef is from a restaurant which has a very interesting history, because during the 1970 election campaign, Edward Heath made a commitment to the owner of the restaurant that if he won, he would open the restaurant when the work was completed. He kept that promise, and he opened it as a serving Prime Minister. Please put your hands together and welcome Chef Saiful Alam and the manager of Curry Mahal in Sidcup in Kent, Mr. Mukabbir Khan. This next award goes to a chef who is determined to make his kitchen the finest Indian restaurant in the southwest of England. And we should say that the owner of this restaurant is a very courageous man indeed. Because when he opened his first restaurant in Yeovil about 2 decades ago, he faced horrendous racism. Thugs broke his restaurant windows more than 200 times in the space of just 1 year. And there was one man that stood by him throughout the difficult times, and it was Paddy Ashdown, who's now Lord Ashdown. And he was attacked himself trying to defend the owner. This courageous British Bangladeshi entrepreneur, Mr. Lutfur Rahman, continued with his business, and he now runs a very successful group of restaurants in the region. Please welcome the owner of Signature Viceroy, Mr. Lutfur Rahman, to the stage, together with Chef Saiful Alam and manager Mr. Luke Moffrey. Thank you to Mary Cray for your help tonight. If I could ask another MP, Roshana Ali, Shadow Minister for International Development, and prominent caterer, Mr. Bajlor Rashid MBE, to join us on stage, along with Mr. Sanjay Anand MBE from our event caterers tonight, Madhus. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned a little earlier, and a few people have mentioned, there are not many Asian women working as chefs, so please give a warm welcome to our second female chef tonight, Chef Fahmida Chowdhury from Taj Cuisine in Lowestoke in Kent, with her husband, Chef Abdul Mansoor. Our next award goes to Chef Mohammed Masum Mia of Little India in Redditch, and he's going to be joined on stage by the owner, Mr. Musaddiq Ahmed. And at this point, I would like to invite Nobab Uddin, President of the London Bangla Press Club, to join us on stage as well, because we have more awards to give away. Thank you. So this next award goes to Chef Abdul Aziz and the owner, Mr. Matam Bashir of Tikka Tikka Restaurant in Scarborough in North Yorkshire. Now, this next chef has a career with highlights such as serving as the personal chef to the former Prime Minister of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Chef of the Year, Patha Mitra, and the owner of Snooty Mehman in Farringdon, Oxfordshire, Mr. Asad Ahmed. Our next award winner is Chef Syed Shuaib Ahmed and owner Shalim Khan from the Pink Garlic Restaurant in Essex. The next chef, Chef Abdul Subhan from Tania Spice in West Heath in Birmingham. I'd like to invite another MP to the stage, please, another lover of curry, Frank Dobson MP. If he can come to the stage together with the manager from a Michelin star restaurant, who we've already heard his name mentioned once tonight, Mo Garas, plus Mr. David Elwood, who's here representing another co-sponsor of tonight's event, Pepsi. And our next award winner is Chef Naz Haq of Cafe Naz Indian Restaurant in Rotherham. Please also welcome managers Mr. Faisal Haq and Mr. Mohammed Salim. Keep the applause going, guys, even if they're... Thank you. Thank you. Our next chef is very well known for his curry in North Wales. Please welcome Chef Mohammed Rafiqur Raza from Shopna Tandoori Restaurant in Gwynedd, and the owner, Ms. Simon Begum. We're going to go from North Wales to the Black Country for our next award, and another excellent chef. Please welcome Chef Qayyum Ali from Spice Fusion Restaurant in Halesowen in the West Midlands. Our next award goes to the Chef of a Business, which was established in 1954, voted as a best restaurant by the local newspaper recently. They're honoured with another award tonight. Please welcome Chef Abdul Ahad Chowdhury from the Red Rose Tandoori Restaurant in Islington in London. Our next winner is another highly talented and experienced chef. Please welcome to the stage Chef Mohammed Abdul Majid and the restaurant owner, Mr. J. Majid, from the Chandini Restaurant in Sawbridgeworth in Hertfordshire. Our next award goes to a chef who runs a very popular and successful takeaway. Please welcome Chef Abdul Malik and the owner of Jamuna Takeaway in South Woodford, Mohibir Rahman Muhib. As we welcome our next award-winning chef to the stage, an entrepreneur and a popular wedding caterer as well, Chef Jamal Uddin from Westwood East Bangladeshi Cuisine in Oldham. Our next award goes to Chef Hobibur Rahman, who's going to be here with the owner Asad Ahmed from Eastern Cuisine in Witney in Oxfordshire. We have another award-winning chef tonight, Mr. Mahmoud Rahman, along with manager Hassan. And I'm afraid I don't know the name of the restaurant, so you'll have to tell me. Is Udine Bangla Restaurant, from the Dine Bangla Restaurant in Beverley in East Yorkshire. To our next award now. Please welcome Chef Shumon Mia and the manager of Lamp Restaurant and Bar, Mr. Anna Uddin from Wensbury in the West Midlands. We now come to our 35th award of the night, and it goes to Chef Kaiser Ahmed, who's going to be here with the owner, Mr. Mahbub Alam from the Zero Restaurant in Potter's Bar. Our next award tonight goes to Chef Turis Mir and the owner of Indian Nights, Mr. Asid Ali from Chelmsford. Turis can't be with us tonight, so his cousin Akik will accept the award on his behalf. I'd like to invite the highly acclaimed Michelin star chef Atul Kochhar to join us on stage to present the next awards, please. Our next award winner is Tahir Mia of Spice Republic in East Dulwich, and we're going to call on stage Chef Tahir Mia and the owner of Spice Republic, Mr. Shanor Khan, to accept the award. Our next winner tonight has come all the way from Yorkshire to be here. Chef Syed Farrokh Mir of Virage in Shipton Thorne in Yorkshire. Please welcome him to the stage along with manager Mr. Syed Fahim Ahmed. We are on our 40th award tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 40th award. And it goes to Chef Ferdouz Ahmed. And the manager of Bengal Brasserie is here too, Mr. Massum Afraz from Northamptonshire. Well done. Yes. Our next award winner has come from Sheldon in Birmingham. Please welcome Chef Muzabir Hussain Khan and the owner of Shabar Restaurant, Mr. Angur Mia Rusheshi. Our next award goes to Chef Salim Ahmed Siddiqui from the Raj Bari Restaurant in Yarm in Stockton-on-Tees. Well done. Congratulations. One of our final awards tonight goes to someone who is a leading chef of the curry industry. Heston Blumenthal said, "I'm pleased you're not cooking the same type of cuisine as me, or I would be in trouble." Please welcome Malik Ahmed of Malik's Group of Restaurants from Cookham in Buckinghamshire, along with his friend Roland Street of Maidenhead Wine. It's with immense pleasure would like to welcome one of the most well-known and internationally acclaimed chefs from India to receive recognition for his creativity in the international curry industry. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Chef Vikram Ganpuli, the corporate chef of the Hyatt Regency in Kolkata, India. This year, the Curry Life team searched the UK for the right person to receive the honourable accolade of the Jaguar Award for Lifetime Achievement for services to the curry industry. And it's with great pleasure that I can let you know of the recipient's remarkable story. And the term veteran seems to be used a lot, but this restaurateur epitomises the term veteran, having excelled in the British curry industry for an incredible 46 years. He opened his very first restaurant in 1971 and has built such a reputation across Staffordshire and Shropshire. He's simply known as the infamous curryman, Mr. Mia. Now acting as a curry consultant across Britain and still serving the community of Staffordshire, our Jaguar Award for Lifetime Achievement for services to the curry industry goes to Mr. Mohammed Mashuk Mia Paturi of Kama Tandoori in Leek, in Staffordshire. Finally, we would like to call on stage tonight the Curry Life magazine's Taste of Britain Curry Festival team to present certificates to them recognising their work. And we heard a little earlier the work they did. They went to India with one mission, to promote British curry, and received an extraordinarily warm welcome. And before I call the chefs on stage for this fantastic festival, I'd like to invite Lord Bill Amoria, the founder and chairman of Cobra Beer, back to the stage, because as we heard, he ensured Cobra Beer was served during the great British curry promotion in India. And Chef Vikram Ganpuli, the executive chef of the Hyatt Regency Kolkata, hosting the festival in August. And Saeed Pasha, editor-in-chief of Curry Life magazine. If you could all come to the stage, please. Thank you. And then I'm going to welcome all of those who took part in this magnificent festival to receive their certificates. So I'll call on you one by one. Chef Dominic Chapman, Royal Oak, Paley Street. Chef Partha Mitra, Snooty Mehman in Oxfordshire. Chef Jamal Uddin Ahmed from Shosna Restaurant in Rochester. Chef Alam Shah Ullah from the Cutler Spice in Sheffield. Chef Tofazul Mia from the Bayleaf, Barnet in North London. And Chef Salim Ahmed Siddiqui from Yarm in Stockton-on-Tees. Please give them all a very big hand for what they achieved taking curry to India. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you could show your appreciation to these magnificent chefs who went to India to sell the best in British curry cuisine. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening, and thank you.